All right, so we're dealing with quadratic functions and transformations. We've already done some of this stuff. So the parabola is a graph of a quadratic function. The quadratic function can be written as ax squared plus bx plus c, and that's equal to 0 or equal to y. In this case, it most likely be equal to y. Y equals, because we're dealing with expressions, equations. Okay. That's standard form. We're going to work more with that in a little while. Where a, b, and c are constants. Your x is your variable. Vertex form uses the vertex. See below, this is the vertex form right here. Okay, we worked some of that already with graphing. The axis of symmetry is the line dividing a parabola into two mirror images. All parabolas are symmetric around an axis. You have a line of symmetry, a line right down the middle. That line actually passes through the vertex. Okay. The vertex, the intersection of the parabola and its axis of symmetry. It's also the minimum point or the maximum point of a parabola, which talks about in the next one. The y value of the vertex is either the minimum if the parabola opens up, maximum if it opens down. Parabolas all have a maximum or a minimum value. Okay. Not all equations, not all expressions do have maximums or minimums. Axis of symmetry is x equals h. X equals what the x coordinate of your vertex is. Okay. So, list the vertex, axis of symmetry, and max or min for each parabola. So, first one we have here, our vertex is this point right here. Okay, it's either the maximum or minimum value. That's the vertex. So for the first one, my vertex is -3, 1. That's my vertex. My axis of symmetry is x equals -3. The axis of symmetry is the line right down the middle of the parabola. If you were to fold that in half, line up each side, line up perfectly. And do I have a maximum or a minimum on this one? Is the vertex the highest point or the lowest point? It's the highest point because it keeps going forever down, but it stops at the top. If it opens down, you have a maximum, and my maximum is the y-coordinate of my vertex. Vertex is a very important part, very important point. A lot of mathematics, particularly when you're dealing with graphing or dealing with equations, you're solving problems, you look for the important places. A lot of things don't really matter a whole lot, but the important places do. The vertex is an important place. And you're always looking for the important places. Okay. Same thing on the other one. My vertex, right there. My vertex would be the point 1, -2. My axis of symmetry, it's the line going right down the middle. X equals 1. And do I have a maximum or a minimum? Yeah, it opens up. I have a minimum. There are no y values any shorter than this. I need no y values less than this. So my minimum is -2. Now, this one's a little tricky, but you've done this. Okay, you've done most of this already. As a reminder, we will do the first one together. The +1 inside means that my vertex moves which direction from the origin? To the left. It moves -1. The -4 on the outside means that it moves down 4. So for the first one here, it's negative. It's 1, -1, -4. There's my vertex. Is this one going to open up or down? You look in front of the x squared, in front of the parentheses, it's positive. it opens up. So for this one, my vertex, -1, -4. There is a relationship there. Notice the relationship, vertex form. This is what vertex form is. Okay. And my axis of symmetry, because I want that too. Axis of symmetry, x equals -1. So line down the middle. I know mine's not very symmetric. Get over it. And then do I have a max or a min? I have a minimum because it's the lowest point. I have a minimum at y equals -4. Notice the connection between the x-coordinate of your vertex, the equation, and the axis of symmetry. Notice the connection between the y-coordinate of your vertex, the equation, and the max or min. They are all connected. Do the same thing I just did with the other two. Okay, so we'll do the second one. So the -2 in the parentheses means that I go to the right 2. The -3 outside means that I go down 3. So I go over 2 and down 3. There's my new vertex. The negative in front means that it opens down. Okay. So my vertex is at 2, -3. My axis of symmetry, x equals 2. And then I have on this one a maximum because it opens down. So I have a highest possible point. So I have a max of y equals -3. The last one. What does the +1 mean that I do? What does the +1 mean that I do? I go up 1. What about moving right or left? No, because I don't have any parentheses. And if I don't have anything in parentheses, I don't move right or left. So I stay on the y-axis. I just move up 1. And it's positive x squared, so it opens up. So my vertex is at 0, 1. My axis of symmetry is actually the y-axis, or the line x equals 0. And then I have, because it opens up, a minimum at y equals 1. We're going to spend a lot of time looking for important places. These are important places. Okay, that's it for the first set of notes.